All right, so one of the most important ingredients for lens health, and we're going to talk a lot about this, is something called glutathione. This is one of a few studies that were done on the relationship between glutathione and oxidative stress. So glutathione is the master antioxidant that's found in our body. It can be produced in the liver, which is another connector to the eyes, because in acupuncture, the liver rules the eyes. Now, in terms of lens health, the two meridians that really affect the lens happen to be the kidney meridian and the lung meridian. So our respiratory and our kidneys are very tied into lens health. Another one I would add would be lymphatic health. Our lymph system is related a lot to cataract development. But in this article, they found that low levels of glutathione, higher risk of developing something called a nuclear cataract. And that's a cataract that's in the center part of the lens. And I've got a picture that I'll show you in a few minutes of all the different kinds of cataracts to see which one you might have. So glutathione is a really important antioxidant. Now, where do you get glutathione? Well, in your foods, cruciferous vegetables are my number one. So what are those? Brussels sprouts, cauliflower, broccoli. Last night with my wife, I made a really delicious broccoli soup. And the way I made it is I sauteed some onions and garlic, and then I added a little miso that I get from a company called South River Miso. And I added broccoli and some mustard greens, and I let it simmer for about 7-8 minutes. And then I put it all in my Vitamix, and I blended it so it became a pureed soup, poured it back in the soup pot, and we had a great meal. So there are a lot of ways that you can eat broccoli and cauliflower and Brussels sprouts. By the way, things like onions, that's another high source of glutathione. So you can get it from your diet, but what I find with most people in our age range, that we are deficient in glutathione, and you can actually get a lab test to tell you that. And so you probably need more glutathione that you get from your foods, especially if you want to reverse cataracts. And it's in my protocol, which I'll go into in a few minutes. But there's a supplement that I like to use, which is a sublingual. In other words, you spray it under the tongue. And it's called a liposoma glutathione, and I'll give you the company and how you can order it. So that will come a little later. But I would say that if you have been diagnosed with cataracts, you're low in glutathione, and you want to boost the glutathione systemically. And there's actually an eye drop that has glutathione in it. Now, this is under the radar from the FDA because the FDA does not want to hear that naturally we can improve our vision using an eye drop. They don't like that. But there is a source, there is a way you can do it, and I'm going to give that to you in a little bit. So glutathione is a very important antioxidant.